Working as intended.
Whee! Come get some bizarre food. Should we do the cooking competition this time? Senior engineers have to eat too, so leave it to me. Let's see, it's a little far up in the Yuuka Mountains, so let's leave early. Kappa engineers energy meal. Kappa captain is looking for work meal providers for their engineers. Please find her if you're interested. Do my shopping. Getting close to 500k. I want a little more than what Touhou charges before I get her thing, because I need some extra money just in case. Still don't have a ton of lemons. Get Gizoed on. Pick up the coins that I still need 1 billion of. You're finally done. Miss Kaguya, it's been several years since you came to Earth. Are you getting used to Gensokyo? I've been here for several thousand years, really, but the rumors about you only started a couple of years ago. Well, I have lived here for a very long time. My time didn't become observable to others until that trigger. That trigger referring to the Eternal Night incident? It does seem that after that rumor started spreading that there were mysterious aliens in Gensokyo, I didn't know you had been here for thousands of years. Then why have I never heard of you before? There are many reasons. As a fugitive princess, I had to constantly evade agents trying to capture me from the lunar embassy. So I applied the Eternity Magic to Aante. Eternity Magic? Magic that stops an entity's progression in history. In addition, it also blocks out all filth and changes. So that's why nobody knew of your existence even when you had been here for thousands of years. You must have been really lonely 1,000 years. Even for yokai, it's still a really long time. Indeed, looking back, living in a constant state of fear just trying to evade agents of the moon, it really was stupid. Then what made you dispel the magic? Maybe it's because I got jealous saying how the relationship between yokai and humans improved? Jealous? It doesn't matter what. If you do things only because the external world compels you, you'll burn out eventually. I was sick of that one thing, and it wore on me for 1,000 years. Always carefree and never bothered by anything. Just simply forget all the sorrow. I want to be someone like that. I'll forget everything eventually, sorrow or happiness. That's completely different. You do that because you don't have the brain capacity. I hope you can remember something forever. No, it's not true. I have something that even I won't forget. Really, at least I won't forget opening my Izakaya every day. You're actually being pushed to do it. It's not clear how much your conscience contributed to it. Why do you say that? I too have been trying my best to achieve my dream. Your dream? That's right. I'm opening my Izakaya every day so that I can have my own solo concert sooner. Really, even you had plans. Aha! Even you found what you wanted to do. Speaking of that, I always wanted to ask you, would you like to attend my concert? To show off? What? I don't... Well, I'm bored anyway. It might not be a bad idea to check it out. Then this VIP ticket, I'll take it for now. Thank you so much. I look forward to your attendance. Well, actually, I haven't even started building the stage yet. I mean, stage is kind of done, right? Finding something you enjoy is in itself something to be cherished. All you need now is simply to never give up. Yes, I'll have the concert in no time. While I did tell you that I'll accept this ticket, your intentions are sincere. It would be rude of me not to give you something in return. There's really no need. I'll tell Asen to send my gift to your residence. Think of it as my way of saying good luck to you. Then I'll graciously accept. Thank you again, Miss Kaguya. While I'm here, shall I get some treasures? She's just trying to get away, huh? Come back here, fish. Get around him. Umeshu. Get my box. And try to keep the fish inside the bar. Not getting any of the special stuff here. No box. No box. Box. Gotta balance between doing fish things and box things. Detachable ears? I mean, don't get his ears look detachable. No box. There's a box. Something special. That's some dad herb. Try to get daily doubled. Broken candy jar. Said to be a remnant from one of the magician's bottles in the bamboo forest during the Eternal Night incident. Alright, just one more to get here, right? No box. No box again. Third time's charm? Yep. This fish is kind of slippery. Aha, broken yin-yang orb. Said to be a relic from one of the Hakude Shrine Maiden's battles in the bamboo forest during the Eternal Night incident. Can get my love points. Could open here but I mean the first 6. If you come here for 6 days in a row, you get the first set of recipes. Even up in the lunar capital. I want to expand here before I come here, though. At least I don't have to go through a bunny land in this game. Hi, I think some people left again. The world is an endless cycle of meetings and partings. What's the big deal? Have you ever thought that while you've gathered a lot of people here, you haven't actually gathered their hearts? To gather hearts requires a common goal, and our goal is to start a revolution to turn Gensokyo into a place where the weak have the most power. But it seems like everyone is hanging by a thread, uncertain about their future. Their uncertainty is only caused by lack of determination. To overturn everything there is, we must be ready to burn all bridges. I doubt anyone wants to burn down the peaceful Gensokyo we have today. Indeed, that is the root of the problem. For everyone to be united, our hearts must be one, to etch the notion of overturning into everyone's hearts until it is what we breathe. What idea do you have this time? Ever since I saw you making those tomato fries, I've come to understand that etching the ideals of overturning into something does not happen overnight. To subtly influence a person's mind, one can start from the stomach. Thus, I require your assistance. What do you need me to do? Naturally, make some more dishes with like the tomato fries and allow the notion of overturning to slowly seep into the lives of the populace. I'll never be able to come up with the unorthodox dishes like the tomato fries on my own. Rest assured, with an overturning specialist like me around, nothing is impossible. But I mean, yours truly requires a source of inspiration. I'll have to ask you to make some peculiarly off-the-wall dishes. I promise I'll provide you the most shocking of answers. What do you mean provide me? You're just trying to use me as a weapon. Why do Amanojaku have such silver tongues? I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested in overturning traditional cooking, though. I know, you don't have the resolve to resist this temptation. Ugh, fine. Peculiar dishes, you said? I'll show you peculiar. Why the long face, Miss Shinmyoumaru? Something in the news? Did the Tengu write a phony article about you? No, I was just looking at the articles of when I participated in whitewater rafting. Whitewater rafting? In the rapids of Yokai Mountain, they host a whitewater rafting tournament every summer and winter. I signed up too, but regrettably I wasn't able to earn a spot on the winner's podium. You signed up too? Let me see. A small challenger to whitewater rafting. Cheer for Shinmyoumaru's success. So Miss Aya can write these positive articles too. Why are you sighing? Isn't the article very well written? You look really cool in the photograph too. But I came in last. Miss Aya explained it in the article too. The less you weigh, the more you're at the mercy of the flow of the river. Participating in such an extreme difference in size is already very brave of you. But even with the bravest heroes, if they can't defeat the Demon Lord, no one would find it a compelling story. What does this have to do with the Demon Lord? What I mean is the results matter too. Speaking of, what made you think of participating in whitewater rafting? Well, what if, when I embark on a journey like Isunboshi, my path is blocked by a river too? Didn't you say you could use the bowl as a boat? It's not that simple. What if the current is especially strong? What if I turn a corner and there's a waterfall? Well, wouldn't I have to be prepared for anything? That's why I signed up for the tournament. And from the way it looks, I still have a long way to go before I can embark on a journey. Do you really have to sweat every detail? You know what they say, go with the crow. It's go with the flow. Same thing. Also, they host 2 tournaments every year, so if at first you don't succeed, just try again next time. Nothing else I can do. I still have so many preparations to make. When will I be able to start my adventure? I think you can start whenever you want. While you're here, I should make some rations for the road. Could you give me some suggestions? You mean right now? It's just practice. Do you need to practice that too? I'm not having issues with rations. Delay my adventure? I'm fine either way. If you're going to bring them along on your journey, it should be something that's easy to store and carry around. That's what I thought too. It'd be even better if they were sweet. But sweet generally can't be stored for long amounts of time. What? That made me so, but sugar is a vital source of energy, right? During long trips, sweets can help you recharge and replenish your body's sugars and help dopamine secretion and relieve stress. And since you're dead set on bringing sweets along for the trip, I suppose I can make some sweet dishes for you to reference. Love points. So terrifying, isn't it? Very terrifying. I never expected such a thrilling poison to exist in this world. Poison? No, it's not poison. It's just a product of failed cooking. No, I could taste how exquisite the poison was. It makes you feel like you're being swallowed whole, and it instantly destroys the nervous system. I know you could create such superb poisons. I've been underestimating you all this time. Well, I'll take that as a compliment. May I ask for a favor? What is it? I wish to sample a plethora of different poisons. Surely you must still be able to create similar dishes. No, I can't. That's a shame. But there must be a lot of poisonous ingredients in the world, right? Well, I do know a couple of poisonous ingredients. I mean, red tune, unwashed guts. There must be a lot of other poisons in the world, right? Yeah, I mean, didn't she just repeat it? That's not poison, that's just disgusting. What's the ginkgo, the fruit of ginkgo tree? Candy Sensei once told me, raw ginkgo contains trace amounts of poison. Excessive consumption can lead to nausea and stomach pain, or even death in severe cases. That's why Candy Sensei always says to cook it before I serve it to humans. Very interesting, ginkgo nuts. I'll remember it. And tell me about more poisonous objects not in the meadow. There's the pufferfish too, I guess. Also, pufferfish toxin is a neurotoxin, so it's still there even when cooked. Only chefs with special training can prepare it. What, humans still eat it despite the poison? Yeah, generally you take out the organs like the liver since they contain the most toxin. Then you finish by keeping some of the toxin inside so the guests can experience the thrill they're looking for. I love those sorts of humans. I'd personally eat the entire thing though, liver and all. Well, humans that seek these thrills are the exception to the rule. Most humans tend to avoid poisonous foods. Some even talk about compatibility. What? Like ingredients that normally aren't poisonous become so when mixed together. Stuff like how plum and eel should never be mixed together. Unbelievable, could the apex of poison be poison cooking? I don't think that's the case. How could a bird brain be so well read? I'm even starting to look up to you now. That's the first time anyone said I'm well read. Lives are at stake after one wrong step in my Izakaya's toast, so of course I have to do my homework. Can you make every single dish you just said? Huh? You mean every dish? All of them. Well, you need to test for a bird brain as smart as you are, I'm sure. No, I can hardly wait. You've shown me a whole new world of poison, so you better take responsibility. I'll give it a shot. The Miasma Garden? Trend popular poison. A hodgepodge of various poisonous ingredients. Precise handling of each ingredient allow for the retention of poison in the ingredients to varying degrees, letting every guest experience the exact level of thrill they wish for. Fucking pufferfish. Love points. More love points. Hi, Kogasa. Did I scare you? Oh, it's Mystia. How was it? I did pretty well, huh? Too well. Your dish has opened up new ideas for me. All this time I've been too close-minded. Can you teach me? I want to make freakish dishes to scare people, too. Sure thing. Alright, Kogasa's at 4. Go on an invite fest. When I finish the cooking competition, does it end the day for me automatically, or do I still keep going? Love points. Build the harem. Shopkeep, visiting your companions again, I see. Seeing the mix of old and new in you feels pretty surreal. I thought that I was on par with a modern person. Honestly, I think keeping some of your more outdated aspects would be better. It's kind of like your style. I do not want my style to be outdated. Are you sure about that? Are you saying I'm doing it on purpose? I think it's your subconscious acting up rather than you. Elaborate. How do I put it? You're a very well-read hermit. Feng Shui, the 8 trigons, all that gobbledygook is stuff that you know inside and out. And against Okyo's common sense is too hard for you. It's like, are you a genius or a klutz? 2 sides of the same coin. Is that so strange? One's common sense is the hardest to change. But you've been against Okyo for a while, too. Miss Miko, who revived along with you, is very modern. Of course, I cannot be mentioned in the same breath as the Crown Prince. Now, when you mention the Crown Prince, what is it? I see, I more or less get what you mean. I don't even get what I mean myself. You're trying to say that deep down I'm resisting change, correct? There's that too, but I can't say for sure. If that were true, how did you change your faith? The Mononobe clan worships the old gods of Japan, also known as Shintoism. In my previous life, I did not accept Buddhism, which had spread over from the mainland. Instead, I followed Taoism, a religion much closer to Shintoism. You could call it a change, but truthfully, it was a very conservative choice. Was it? To me, the meaning of natural beliefs like Taoism isn't all that different from the one of Shintoism. Before learning Taoism, what was already on me continued much the same as before. In other words, your faith may have changed, but in reality, your own way of life hasn't changed much? Yes, to change my common sense is to invalidate my past, so it's extremely difficult for me. It was the same when I was revived, too, to think I never paid any attention to myself. When you revived, there are many ways to become a Shikaisen. Perhaps you've heard of a few. The method we used was to completely abandon our bodies and bind our soul to a certain object. When suitable time comes, this object will take our form, and as a substitute, our corpse will take this object's form. Just like making a person appear out of thin air. I knew when I was revived I'd be leaving my own body behind. There was a degree of freedom to what form I could take, but I could not completely say goodbye to myself, so I mostly retained my original look. In the end, I simply gave off a feeling of old-time traditions and could not fit in with my surroundings. The Crown Prince did something much more drastic in comparison. She completely gave up her past and took on a form more suited to modern times. That was way too drastic. The Crown Prince is always at the forefront of revolution. The courage to risk everything is exactly the Crown Prince's charm, and now I too understand where my bottleneck lies. Thank you for enlightening me. I pretty much figured all that out by yourself. If it were not for you, I would not have noticed it either. Hindsight's 20/20. I suppose I'll have to interact more with new things in Gensokyo and change my mind from the ground up. That's good too. Speaking of which, when you say new things in Gensokyo, my concert counts too, right? Concert? Yeah, me and Kyoko formed a band. Choju Gigaku. We're currently working hard to organize our concert. Humans, yokai, phantoms, fairies, hermits, anyone of any race can gather at this miraculous concert. If this were the past, I would scoff at enjoying my time together with yokai. But Gensokyo is a wonderful place. I slowly realize as one who stays here, I may not be all that different from the yokai. In that case, I shall use this concert as my first step towards conquering myself. It'll be my pleasure. I'll prepare a VIP seat for you. Much appreciated. Thinking about it, you have always been helping and taking care of me. Not real. I've learned a lot from you too. That was your own talent. I should not only receive, I should give as well. When I was dining at your shop, I noticed your grill's firepower was not very balanced. Was it? That grill's still pretty new. How to break that quickly? It's not broken. Merely the drawbacks in the design of commercial grills showing itself. To better play with fire, to fix this, I once modified a grill, giving it much more balanced firepower. You modify a grill to play with fire? In any case, it seems that grill could be of use to your shop. Take it as me adding fuel to the fire of your dreams. Thank you very much. I'll do my best in the concert. I promise I'll give you the most wonderful experience ever. It's a promise then. Alright, you're at 5 and I get a new grill. One less person I have to invite. Right, yokai mountain things. How slow you mountain forest monkeys actually take so long to deliver cargo. It's not damaged, right? How dare you say that, you amphibian? Living so long in the river hasn't waterlogged your brain, right? If champions was slow, I wouldn't have needed to come to you. If you're so capable, then go up the mountain and get the goods yourself. You don't know how busy we've been lately. I'm done talking with you. I need to go back to the machine quickly. Humph, as if we aren't busy too. Are the Yamawato couple fighting each other again? What are you doing? Are you eavesdropping on us? I was just passing by. Besides, there's no need to eavesdrop with how loud you two are bickering. Aren't Yamawato couple from the same family? Why is your relationship like this? We moved to the mountain because we couldn't stand the stupidity of being in the water all day. Then why do you still keep in contact? The machines of the Kappa can't be completed without us. Additionally, the economy of the Yamawato is weak without the manufacturing ability of the Kappa. We depend on each other in both technology and business in order to maintain our power in Gensokyo. Since you have such close cooperation, you should improve your relationship. Cooperation and feelings are separate things. Why should they be mixed up? Only a layman would be confused about it. Wow, everyone in the mountain is amazing. That machine looks amazing as well. That's just an ordinary food processor. Food processors mean I can produce dishes in batch just by throwing in some ingredients. How can such a thing exist? Convenient, isn't it? Do you want one? I would never use such a thing. Cuisine produced by a machine is soulless. Well, it tastes indeed inferior. However, the Kappa didn't make it just to cook for themselves. Then what are they going to do with them? Who knows what those amphibians are up to? Hey, I've talked to you too much. I'll be scolded if I'm slow on my delivery. Gotta go. Why would the Kappa use such a machine if they know that it's not as good? What do you have to say, Nitori? Wasn't Miss Nitori here? Miss Nitori seems busy lately. I'll come back another time. She's not over here hanging out with Marisa? Not yet. Alright, what kind of cooking do I have to do? Sweet and small portion? Just buy 2 of these. Peach braised pork. Sounds amazing. Alright, 5 peculiar. It's pretty peculiar. Hello. These peculiar dishes are actually pretty ordinary. This is the most I can come up with. What are you looking at? Due to being in a hurry, people often only see what's beneath their feet, the root cause of narrow-minded thoughts. So you want to see what's above? Indeed, gazing at the sky will allow us to see everything in this world even more clearly. Nope, don't get it. There you go spouting stuff I don't understand again. Hehehe, I've got it. It actually worked. Presently the sun is shining in the sky, but if we reverse day and night, what should be there is the moon. And when you think of the moon, you think of the lunar capital of the Lunarians. Lunarians despise impurity so much, it's madness. In their eyes, all desire is impure, even life itself. So the desires of the stomach are strictly not tolerated. Their food and drink are also very simple. The lunar capital has peaches everywhere, so that's basically all they eat. That's so sad. Not to them. In their eyes, the earthly beings that eat meat are the odd ones. When we talk about peculiar dishes, how did we go from that to Lunarians? I was never thinking of peculiar dishes, only overturning dishes. Combine the food of the Lunarians who despise impurity with the greasy meat they deem so impure and create something that overturns common sense. You mean peaches and meat? Indeed, aromatic peaches topped with greasy pork belly. It's just like how Italians put pineapple on pizza. Nothing would be more revolutionary. I can already imagine the twisted faces of all the Lunarians. Your hobbies are rather twisted too. Onward, don't knock it until you've tried it, right? In a way, I kind of respect how you don't rest until you've achieved your goals. I'll give it a shot then. Peach braised pork. I made some small sweets. What do you think? They do taste good, but it's lacking that sense of adventure. Says the person trying to bring sweets along. What even is the sense of adventure? I heard about snacking in the outside world recently. That has a sense of adventure. What outside world snack? I think it's called dorayaki. That's an odd name. It's actually a confection where reed bean paste is sandwiched between 2 pancake-like patties. It looks like 2 gongs merged together. I see, I'm not sure what you mean by sense of adventure, but it doesn't sound that hard to make. Let me give it a try. Spend half an hour running around. Get some slaves, I guess. Get some items. Alright, I guess here again. Lunar Capital kind of only have tier 1. Even though there's only 6 tables. At least I don't have to manage the regular guests. The big fish feast is trending. Emily Flame. Dishes cook 15% faster. Instantly completes all dishes with a meat tag. There's no chance to get ingredients back. Alright, here we go in a smaller, not quite a big store yet. Because I need Yuuka to show up. Get her up to rank 3 so I can make her stuff. It's like, I made it here first, Yomu. You gotta wait. Oh, now Yomu. There's the instant eat buff. Wee, food. Flying out. Get my buffs. Hey guys. Make your regular quality thing. You want a dry drink? This one's dry. Tojigo likes the pork cutlet. Wee. Let's get my vibes up first. There we go. Now I can feed you guys. And hopefully you guys will stick around. Here comes a Shinmyoumaru and an Aya. Use up your budget. Use up your budget too. Free the tables! I want food that looks like it was struck by thunder. Guess we're grilling some meat. Instant death. Instantly finished. Give Aya her balls in her mouth. Oh, you didn't stick around very long, did you? It's like, where's Aya at? Fucking flying around. You want dorayaki? Do you want sweets? You want culture? Add some culture to it. And I need lunar herb. It's also Japanese and sweet, so she likes it. Give you this expensive beer. This beer. You also get your regular rice ball. Get some more balls in Aya's mouth. Give you the thing you wanted. Get some spell cards. What does yours do? Whack the cash register with the miracle mat, adding 1 miracle power to the stack. The charge power at the miracle mat will inflate the revenue when business ends. Huh. Desserts can heal a soul. Giving us get some more expensive beer. Lineup is starting. Gotta get these special guests out of here. The basic taste of poison is sweetness. So you want sweet. Purple plum lamprey ginkgo nut. She wants it sweet. Need to Nichiryu. Make it sweet, make it instant craft. You got your quest done, so you can just have whatever now. I am giving fantastic coffee. Also balls in your mouth. Open up more tables. Kogasa, you always gotta keep it cheap, right? Because she has a tiny budget. What's her budget? 200? Home cooking filling sweet. And her stupid vintage again. Alright, now I'm just waiting for Seija to show up. Keep tossing my balls in Aya's mouth. Good looking food. Just make this photogenic. Go with the cheapest drinks available. Happy Kogasa. Work on my buffs again. Sutures can wait, but not meat. Aya's budget's running low. Kogasa's done. New and no like popular. We're stuck with it because of Aya things. Also happy Aya things. Every suite has a story. Don't you like these? You don't have a quest. The only one with a quest is Seija. Alright. Now you want peculiar, so we'll just make this peculiar. Midnight Six should have small rather than large portions. Small portion. Get used to what they want. Some of the beverage for Nua always has 2 tags, so you can have a 2 tag, because the trend popular is a -1. Alright, there's Jojo. And Atenchi showed up. Giving Nua some more strange balls in her mouth. Getting many love points. I love bizarre items despised by others. Peach braised pork. She wants a peculiar. It's good with alcohol. And wonderful, so that satisfies a lot of her tags. Keep shoving more cock in Tenshi's mouth. Alright, here's the thing you wanted. And a random wriggle shows up. Hate. What's your budget? 234, and you want a chillable drink? Goodbye, budget. You want something wonderful? Time is slowly running out. Now you want a high alcohol drink. Give you some of this. I know Seija likes Power Soup, just add extra tags to it that she wants. Hi Murasa. Want some premium meat? Give you cheap booze. More cock in Tenshi's mouth. Nothing improves my mood like seeing something emit smoke. That's hot. Super hot. Need my buffs. Time's up. Marisa made it in though, so monies. Flipping that hate around. Make this for Murasa. It's like Tenshi was finally done. Here you go. Murasa's done. Low alcohol for Marisa. Hate to like. Alright, bye Marisa. So you didn't stick around long. It's like, I wish you stuck around for just the love points, but no, you needed to eat something specific. A food processor? That's right, it's supposedly a machine made for batch cooking. It sounds convenient, but the dishes it makes doesn't seem up to standard, so it shouldn't be a threat to our business, right? I'm not worried about the business, I just think it's a little strange. What's strange about it? Why would the Kappa use such a machine if the food wasn't good? Isn't normal to sacrifice taste for convenience, like fast food? But if they didn't care about taste, then why did they invite me to open an Izakaya here in the first place? Well, maybe they didn't want to eat it themselves? The Yamawata said the same thing, but I looked around today and didn't see any processed food anywhere. I don't know, what are you even so concerned about? I'm just a little concerned about the so-called food processor. If you're that concerned, then why don't you ask the Kappa? Then I'll go and ask. Extra rice ball. Sweet foods are popular. The hero of popular manga, Renai Guild, says liking sweet foods makes people cuter. Makes people cute. Lazy. Item spam. Take one day and just do commissions. Get my froggy coins. Just realized Yuuka didn't show up. Miss Seija, I'm here to give feedback for the braised pork with peach. Hats off to you. I wasn't expecting fruit and meat to taste good, but never expected they'd work that well together. Some, I guess, told me that in some regions, this seems to be a traditionally home-cooked dish. Yes, they work well together, so much so that people don't get the feeling of overturning. In my eyes, this is a failed experiment, but you seem to really enjoy it. Well, what's that have to do with anything? Why do you have the words "this side down" written on your flag? Good question. You often see words like "this side up" on boxes and stuff and like, right? It tells you which orientation the object is in, so you don't put it upside down. Why can you not put it upside down? I guess it's not to not damage the object, generally speaking. During transport, the object is sealed inside a box where no one can see. Don't you think blaming all damages on overturning is a bit sloppy? Well, if it weren't overturned, would the object not be damaged for sure? I don't think that has an answer. To this day, whether Schrodinger's cat is alive or not is still a mystery, yet these same people undoubtedly assume that the damages to the object is caused by overturning. What is that if not arrogance? Since everyone believes this side up is the rule, my rule shall be this side down. Whatever floats your boat. Why do you collect so many useless tools, Miss Seija? The uselessness is only temporary. When the time is right, they may yet display shocking potential. When the time is right, if the miracle mallet regains its power, these tools will be able to come alive. What, by come alive, could you be saying they'll turn into Tsukumogami? Indeed, such is the power of the mallet. With the mallet, overturning against Tokyo is definitely within the realm of possibility. I feel like you're doing something very dangerous. You've only just realized? Hello, little person. I'm impressed. You managed to create the dorayaki solely based on its description. Does it resemble what you saw in your book? How does it taste? Exactly the same. So happy. The rich fragments of egg, the cushion-like taste, the delicate skin and creamy filling, it all comes together to form an exquisite flavor. Seems like you like it a lot. The gadget cat from the future brings dorayaki with him on every adventure, so I've always been curious about its taste. Thanks for making my wish come true. So that's what you meant by sense of adventure. Miss Shinmyoumaru, that knapsack on you, are you finally going on a journey? I know this is just practice. Practice for what? How to handle my knapsack when I go on a journey. Do you even need to practice that? Of course I do. The weight, the cloth, how it's tied, all these will affect the quality of my adventure. The doubles in the details, as I say, I need to be prepared for anything. Okay. Reading adventure stories again? Want to read too? I wouldn't understand anything from these outside world books. That's fine. If it catches your interest, I can tell it to you. This story stars the king's son. When the queen gave birth to him, she was kidnapped by a demon lord. So even as a young child, he followed in his father's footsteps, embarking on an adventure to save his mother. It was a grueling journey, and along the way, his father sacrificed himself in order to save him. The protagonist himself was also captured by demons and was forced into labor for 10 years. This story isn't for the faint of heart, huh? But he didn't give up. When he escaped, he was already in the prime of his youth, so he re-embarked on his journey to slay demons. As expected of a hero chosen by the heavens, with such fierce determination, he must have been able to defeat the demon lord. No, he didn't inherit the blood of a hero, huh? After countless arduous battle, he led his wife and partners and finally defeated the demon lord. While he wasn't chosen by the heavens, he's undoubtedly a true hero. What a noble hero! He certainly is an amazing person. I don't know what that story is from. Harem building. More harem building. Harem building? Question mark? Gonna have the biggest concert ever. Medicine, I'm here to give feedback for the miasma garden. I really had to rack my bird brain to get those ingredients to play nice with each other. It felt like my head was going to explode. I haven't tasted many dishes, but if this isn't the cream of the crop, I don't know what is. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I think so too. I knew you aren't an ordinary bird brain, you're the most knowledgeable bird brain. I wouldn't say that. I simply do my best and along the way I make an effort to remember the knowledge I pick up. Comparo, gather up for me. What are you doing? It's a chant to manipulate the poison. What? Don't gather it here. Don't worry, I'll have it go around you. Please do. By the way, why are you gathering poison? The doctor of the bamboo forest asked me to give her some of my poison now and again. In exchange, she'll tell me about things outside of the nameless hill. Why would a doctor need poison? But you don't know, poison in small doses can be medicine. That's what she told me. Isn't it amazing? I see, you learn something new every day. Medicine. Are lilies of the valley truly poisonous flowers? Of course, all parts of the flower are poisonous, especially its leaf stalk. Even the water used to store them isn't safe from its poison. But apparently some humans grow them as decorative plants. Lily's poison mainly comes from her internal juices. Just don't touch or eat it and there won't be any serious consequences, I see. Also, Lily's fragrance can deter the growth of bacteria like Mycobacterium, Staphylococcus, and Streptococcus. Everything has a silver lining, huh? If used well, even a poison flower can be beneficial to humans. Love points. Hi, I heard Mulan Temple will be holding a sermon today. Are you not attending? Sermons and whatnot have nothing to do with me. Plus, no one's going to notice me missing anyways. Why do you say that? Everyone in the temple is really close, right? We're in different worlds. The Yuuka and Mulan Temple all center themselves on Byakuden, so it's true that everyone is really close together. But I'm someone who joined up later, so naturally I can't be as close as they are. How could that be? Friendship is friendship. When you become friends doesn't matter, right? Not that. With what I did in the past, I can understand why they won't fully accept me. You mean when you got help for the temple despite not being told to? It might have been a bit rash, but it was all to help protect Mulan Temple. You don't have to dwell on it. Miss Murasa has a boatload of misdemeanors, but she's as untroubled as ever. Things we did aren't the same. That's not the only trouble I caused. I almost made it impossible for Byakuren to be resurrected. How'd that happen? It's a long story. I was originally sealed underground with Murasa and the others when those geysers erupted and we came back to the surface together. I was still trying to make heads or tails of the situation, but they all seemed really excited. Said something about a flying storehouse being unsealed and how they could resurrect that human. That human ticked me off. Had they forgotten who caused all of our suffering? So when I heard that they were going to look for storehouse fragments or whatever, I went ahead and scattered them around on the surface. They believe the fragments were scattered due to the geysers, but actually I was the one behind it. Not only that, I even turned them into formless, unidentified flying objects, making their search astronomically more difficult. That's awful. They're the ones who wanted to side with a human. That's something I'd never tolerate back then. Is the human you're referring to the head priestess? Yeah, I hadn't gotten to know her then, so I didn't know she was actually a good person. But I didn't find out Byakuren wasn't your average human. She's always been helping yokai. Well, one call the head priestess human. Doesn't matter, human or not, she's always been there for yokai, and yet well, in that case, I guess it's understandable why they wouldn't forgive you. Hang on, if they hadn't forgiven you, why would they let you join the temple? I apologized to Byakuren and she immediately forgave me. She even let me stay at her home. It's thanks to her I have a roof over my head. I did something so terrible, yet she doesn't blame me at all. The head priestess benevolently takes in yokai and with nowhere else to go. That is pretty admirable. It's no wonder yokai are all willing to follow her. Say I envy them for having such bonds. Even I envy it just a bit. Seeing the dishes you've made, I also want to turn the bonds of Myoden Temple into a dish. Then could you include me as well? Of course. Your defining trait is being unidentified. How does one go about putting that in a dish? The feeling of unidentified, I suppose it's a feeling akin to being lost in Wonderland? I recall you could make dreamy dishes? Uh-huh. Why, are you hungry? These dishes seem to bear some resemblance to my ability, so I was wondering. Understood, I'll bring some over right now. No time to... Love points. You're finished. Or you're not finished. It's Futo who's finished. You're getting there, though. It's just that your budget is so tiny. I see a mischievous tanuki. Seems like you made some friends you can talk to. How did you know? The Hakone Grand Festival inches closer by the day. Chop chop now. Quit rushing me. I don't have any ulterior motives for befriending them, okay? Best of both worlds. What's not to like? Don't sweat the details. Your motives are pure. Nothing you need to worry. Feel sorry about. Well, forget it. I shouldn't give you any pressure. Simply go at your own pace. Will do. Is that really for the best? Hey, little sparrow, you've been exposed to a lot of Taoist ideas lately. Are you interested in Taoism now? Good grief, persuading you is harder than persuading a saint. Is it because of that Buddhist Yamabiko? My head's just not cut out for religious stuff. I heard Miss Miko was originally Buddhist. Is it true that you convinced her to become a Taoist and pursue immortality? Yep. Miko was pretty sharp. I just had to mention a few points and she completely understood the benefits of Taoism. Really, what did you tell her? I said Taoism worships the natural order of the world. We can achieve immortality by becoming one with nature. Miko was immediately swayed. That's it? Hehe, those in power all wish for immortality. In the end, no human can resist the temptation of living forever. I don't get it. When Miss Miko was still alive, wasn't she advocating for Buddhism? Why did she become a hermit after death? You sure know a lot of things. The priests tend to talk about her. After all, to them she's like the rising sun. Comfort, safety, and absolute power to boot. The fact that she used to advocate for Buddhism doesn't bother you at all? That's just what it looked like on the surface. 1,000 years ago, I told Miko to become a Taoist. While Miko was convinced Taoism wasn't suitable for ruling a country, I didn't care much for that, but Miko, on the other hand, being in power sure is difficult. You have to take your country into consideration for everything, even your faith. That's why I told Miko to make it look like she maintained her faith in Buddhism. Why? Because Buddhism is a religion that prohibits killing with strict and fair commandments? Miko agreed that Buddhism could keep the country at peace, so she took my advice. I'm totally lost, as I thought my head's not cut out for this. Such stories don't suit you well. Let's talk about something more interesting. Ever heard of Heizangu? Nope, she's one of the 8 immortals of Taoism. Since she has ascended to heaven in the form of a lotus flower on the day of her birth, people hold a lotus flower feast to celebrate it. Lotus flower feast? Lotuses have such a sought-after ingredient since ancient times. Its medicinal properties are nothing to scoff at either. The lotus flower feast is a banquet in which lotus roots are consumed. That sounds really cultural. I knew you would be interested in this. Tell me more. What's the most popular dish in the lotus flower feast? Different people prefer different things, but personally, my favorite is the lotus fish lamps. I can't imagine it's with just the name alone. What kind of dish is it? Are your culinary senses tingling already? I've never made it before. Of course I'd like to give it a chance. Really now, but can a tiny sparrow's brain truly fathom such a cultural banquet? Don't sweat, I've completely gotten a hold of it. Make one for me first then. Culture. I'm here again, Miss Tojiko. Welcome back. All the dishes you taught me are very popular. Thank you so much. Those mushroom dishes you made for me were pretty interesting too. Shall we pick up where we left off? Yes, let's. It's pretty interesting now that I think about it. A vengeful spirit and yokai shaking hands in the world of hermits. The Crown Prince said the current era and our own era are 2 separate worlds. The Muslim can't afford to be set in the old ways either, so anyone of any race is welcome. That's great news. What do you plan on doing today? Let's make some tempura today. This is the perfect weather for a drink and some deep-fried food. Sure, anything can become a crispy, mouth-watering delight after you smother it in flour and deep-fry it. Tempura is a favorite dish of many housewives. I must say, though, the most suitable item for deep-frying is definitely birds. What? Isn't it? Birds have always been at the forefront of fried food, especially fried chicken. No, I forbid it. What's the matter? Is there something wrong? How could you say that in front of a bird yokai? Miss Futo would have more common sense than you. Oh, so that's what you mean. And I thought yokai were more unreserved than humans. Even yokai wouldn't treat their own kind as food. If you want to talk about eating your own kind, isn't that what everyone's doing? Huh? What does that mean? I told you before I came to Gensokyo, I'd been guarding the doors of the Great Mausoleum for thousands of years. In these long years, I witnessed the changes of the world outside. It gave me a lot of insight. Your insight is all in your stomach. Come on, don't be so hasty. In the ocean, no one bats an eye when the bigger fish eats the smaller fish, right? But I'm not fish. Did you know in the outside world there's a saying that all living beings, including humans, are all descendants of marine life? What? The ocean is where the earliest signs of life appeared on Earth, so not just animals. Every living organism on land all evolved from marine life. That's ridiculous. I don't believe it. Do you have any proof? The proof is how the bodily fluids of terrestrial creatures still have content similar to seawater. Even when an animal enters fresh water, their body still retains content similar to seawater. Ah, I don't get it. Eating birds is forbidden, period. Would you quit it already? We can stick to our own cooking then. Is that what I think it is? We can just talk? Don't summon any thunder, please. Humph. I swear I'll prove it to you. Fried foods aren't limited to birds. Anything can become a mouth-watering treat once deep-fried in flour. Really, then why don't you try making my mouth water? I will, just you wait. A lot of cooking to be done. Speaking of a lot of cooking to be done. Hi, being a cat may be more comfortable, but I wouldn't be able to speak normally. Participate in the bizarre cooking competition. Oh, yeah, I'm ready to go. Please take me to the bizarre cooking competition. I can't wait. This isn't for the faint of heart. Are you sure you're ready? Yes. Alright, another final fight. Now that we've enjoyed the culinary crafts of many chefs, the dust has finally settled on our last contestant to enter the finals. Probably present the last contestant to enter the finals, running extraordinary Izakaya yokai trail, doing whatever it takes to pinch every penny possible. The black-hearted yokai Miss Mystia Lorelei. Wow, a new face. Good job, black-hearted proprietress. She's cleared from the surface yet her Izakaya is as ruthless as any shop in the underworld. Black-hearted, huh? How did I leave that sort of impression on my customers? We'll be watching you dominate former hell with your iron fist. The residents of the underworld are rather wild. That's right, wild and savage, conquest and bloodshed. That's the way of former hell. And here from our culinary throne on the surface, we have a woman born to dominate. Will she be able to remain undefeated in the unbridled and bizarre land above the blazing fires of hell? Is there any who can face her head on? Is this hell where the strong eat the weak? Everyone standing here, we're born to dominate. I'm looking forward to a great performance from you all. Odin is really used to this kind of situation. I'll need to channel my inner savage energy too. Remember, I'm not the Izakaya owner who greets customers with a smile. I'm the yokai of darkness that strikes fear in the hearts of humans. I can feel the tension in the air. And now, please welcome the most bizarre yokai judge of former hell. Please cheer for Miss Komeiji Koishi. Hi. She's finally here. The ultimate bizarre yokai is here. Miss Koishi, I love you. Hello, everyone. I'm the bizarre yokai no one doesn't like and no one doesn't love. Koishi. Who will it be today? Who wants to volunteer as decoration for the entrance of the Palace of the Earth Spirits? Will it be you or one of you are contestants today? Me! Pick me! I guess everybody wants to be stepped on by Koishi. She's a yokai I thought I saw before. I can feel everyone's enthusiasm. That's right. Former hell's very own bizarre idol, Miss Komeiji Koishi. Unperceivable actions, unperceivable motions, unperceivable words and expressions. Even her thoughts are impossible to perceive. In the face of this free-spirited yokai, which of our contestants will be the one to claim victory? That's for me to decide. Right? She winked at me. Is that supposed to mean something? Today I'm the judge for the bizarre cooking competition and contestant at the same time, but not just any weak little chicken is allowed to cook for me. To stand in my presence, something like a trial by fire isn't a problem, right? That's right, only by passing many tests will you be able to stand face to face with Miss Koishi. So let's get to the rules. In the finals, the contestants are tasked with demonstrating their individual cooking ability. To that end, each finalist will be tackling a challenge in their very own kitchen. The challenge is split into 3 themes. Once the theme is completed, the next one starts immediately, an Iron Man Chef Marathon. Trash that can't even survive a culinary marathon should stay far away from my judges' table. Yeah, trash should just forfeit. We want to see Miss Koishi. Everyone in the audience can join in the fun and rate the food and service. The contestant with the highest score at the end will be the winner of the competition. Second place doesn't mean a thing. Only one person will emerge victorious in this competition. Something about success being built upon 10,000 bleaching bones. Even by 1 point, the winner is the winner, and the rest are all losers. I love losers. They look really nice as home decorations. As expected, former hell's cooking competitions are the best. Yeah, I can't wait. The previous chef looks strong, but the black-hearted proprietress is pretty cool, too. Is it too late to change that nickname? The first game that's about to begin is a mystery cooking competition. Guests from the streets of former hell and Palace of the Earth Spirits can participate, but I use a little trick to close their minds, so you won't be able to see their orders. Asking is also pointless. That's right, can you satisfy a guest without them saying anything? Can you score points from them? Only a satisfied rating will net you points. Anything lower just proves you're a mediocre chef. That sounds really difficult. I've also adjusted some of the more special kitchenware. They're useless in this competition. Kitchenware that ignore customer desires and make you order something you clearly don't want. All of them. Useless, prohibited, not allowed. My trump card's been sealed. Although I've already memorized the preference of every customer. It's just gonna back to the basics. Okay, no problem. I'll just get through that. I'll get through just fine. The goal is 20 satisfied guests. Contestants, on your mark, the competition starts now. Right, get it together. Let's do this. Alright, so now we gotta go through the people and find out what their wants are, the normal guests. So you're looking for ones that show up the Palace of the Earth Spirits, and you just feed them what you want. So like this one, salty, fresh, sweet, trend popular, strength boosting, home cooking, refreshing, fruity, signature. That sounds like meaty balls. Because it should cover signature, trend popular, and fresh. Like no alcohol. Yokai cat. I mean, I guess I chose a good time. Meat, signature, trend popular is meaty balls again. So you don't show up here. You show up here. Yokai fox. I mean, meat, signature, trend popular. Alright, snake looks like meat, strength boosting, good with alcohol. So that sounds like a power soup. You guys probably won't show up here, the humans. We have Tsuchigumo. I mean, that looks like meatballs too, because they're meat. I believe they're fresh, and they're trend popular. Yeah, meat, fresh, trend popular. So that's the thing, get Aya's buff, and then it makes this first part easy, I guess. It's like everybody's gonna get satisfied with meatballs. These guys are also satisfied with the power soup. And either Sanzyetsuse or Tengu Tango. Bone Girl. Vegetarian mild. Vegetarian mild raw, so vegetable salad. Paired with a Zunbeer. However, they're probably a little bit more annoying to feed because they don't have, I mean, meat and trend popular, so I guess we could add salt to meatballs, salty meatballs. Or sour. Could also do aura bursting with, what is it, Niten Ichiryu. It's also mountain delicacy and aura bursting. Meat, mountain delicacy, aura bursting. Right? Meat, mountain delicacy, aura bursting, yeah. And drink any sake or western. I don't think you can get something with both. Ubume. Aquatic home cooking mild. Seafood, real seafood miso soup works for that. And drink is literally fruity sour. Meatballs again. And the drink can be Sangetsu or the Tengu Tango. Basically, I'm just writing down all the people that show up. What to feed them, because you need to give them, I think, at least 3 tags. But I think I got all of them. There's, what, 9? What was it? Rabbit, cat, fox, snake, Tsuchigumo. Oh, there's 10. Oni, Honeonna, Hellraven, Ume, leopard. So just so I don't have to keep looking up all the materials. The most important one, the lion's head. Vegetable salad and Niten Ichiryu. It's literally all I need. Alright, some shit on here is disabled, but I believe the craft speed isn't disabled. Extra pots. I just need 1 extra pot. There, something like this. Alright, let's try this. Honeonna, vegetable salad and a Zunbeer. Also make some extra meatballs. Maybe Niten Ichiryu. Make power soup, it's gonna need a radish. Question marks. Here, have this. Honeonna. Happy. 1 point. Oh, you want meatballs. We'll throw ice on there for refreshing. And we'll give you a Zunbeer. 2 yokai cats. You're satisfied with that, right? Yes. However, I want Niten Ichiryu plus the sake. Niten Ichiryu for Hellraven. We use the icy balls? Yes, icy balls for that pussy plus a Zunbeer. You get an umeshu. Tsuchigumo can just have regular meatballs. Man, that pussy. And a Zunbeer. We've had lots of cats, so... Alright, cat gets Zunbeer. Tsuchigumo can go with umeshu. And get their meatballs going. Alright, refreshing meatballs. Regular meatballs. Leopards can take this or this. Yokai Fox gets meatballs too. Saw Hellraven there, you get that. Fox just wants a neat drink. It can be these ones as well. Tsuchigumo umeshu. And literally everybody is getting meatballs. Foxes are meatballs and neat drinks. Cat gets refreshing meatballs. Snake gets my power soup plus radish. And likes either shochu or sake. So this, or this, or this, or this. And I know I've had lots of pussies, so it gets a Zun beer. Alright, last two. Snake and Fox. Meatballs and a power soup with radish. Fox gets neat. I think you can take sake or shochu. Just get your food made. Not even halfway done the night. That should be completion, right? Did it. Bye, guys. Phew, luckily I have the habit of taking notes on each customer. I never thought all that information I gathered would come in handy here of all places. Whoa, the battle's in full swing. Just watching gets my blood boiling. Although some cooks have already dropped the ball and been eliminated, just like that, they're lifted up without mercy and thrown out in one fell swoop. So if I lost, would I also be? Let's get right to our second theme, the bizarre seasoning competition. Seasoning. In this round, we're invited by the strongest people from the surface. They're eager to eat some top-notch food for free and will cycle through your restaurants in this round. As for you all, in addition to making dishes that meet their standards, we'll also give you a seasoning requirement every 30 seconds. The requirement seasoning must be added into their orders, otherwise no points will be awarded. Hey, it's me again. Adding on to that, I'll also use a little bit of my powers this time. It slightly amplifies the darkness and the depth of the guest's consciousness, which means if you forget to add ingredients or if the dish fails to satisfy them by even a teeny tiny bit, they'll beat you up with a spell card. Well, why? I just love seeing Miss Koishi work. Alright, the goal is to get 10 points. On your mark, go. I've got to step it up. I guess we can just throw some random shit on here. If Tenshi or Chirno show up, there's always the radish. Meatballs are good for a lot of people, so are power soups. Need to Nishidu for aura bursting. Maybe mochi and okonomiyaki, maybe? Maybe a shirayuki. Alright, here we go. We need fresh. Let's get a buff. Actually, if we grill meat, it's instant craft. So I just do trout and pork over and over and grind out my buffs. And just chuck them in here. Alright, hurry up and order. Don't have a lot of time. You know, like this. Gotta make it... Can't make it fresh, so I can't use it. Alright, wait for the next tag. Alright, raw. Add an egg. Patchouli hates raw. But if I do this, which she really likes... Soda, liquor... Lemonade for Toei. Can I add raw to this? And she wants heatable sake. Which is this? I'll have to get 10? You can use the yokai mousse, but this just crafts super quick. Get fitnessed. Did I make it raw? No, I didn't. Dang it. I forgot to add raw to yours as well. Do I have time to send them? To give them more? Oh, whoops. Toei's gonna do this. Don't have the money to buy it Asen. At least hers isn't too bad. Alright, next tag is salty. Still, I'm only like a quarter of the way through the first part, so... Salty rice ball. Mice is pretty easy to satisfy, right? Good, keeping everybody happy. You okay with this? I'll make one more salty dish for Marisa. Aki comes back. Alright, now we wait for the next tag. Wonderful. This is literally already wonderful. Alright, finish with the patchouli. Yes. How's easy? Look how much time I didn't... Look at all the time I didn't use. I managed to survive the second round as well. The next round is the final round. I take my cooking seriously every day. I can definitely do it. Uh-oh, a few more chefs have been kicked out of the competition. They got through the first round by luck, but in the end they weren't up to the task and ran out of steam. However, those who are still standing here are without a doubt the real powerhouse of the cooking world. That's right, former hell is a world where the powerful can do whatever they want. Allow me to pay my respects. Might makes right. Might makes right. Now it's time for the moment we've all been waiting for, the exhilarating final round. In this round, our special judge, our most bizarre yokai of all time, Miss Komeiji Koishi, will personally be your guest. I'm your next appointment, everyone. When it comes to games and celebrations, there's one vital ingredient. Riddles, right? Miss Koishi will hide her preferences and her familiars. Destroy them with your cooking and you'll get the information needed to solve the riddle. Figure out what dish I need them from the riddle, then make it for me. Just serve the right dish and you'll be able to break the barrier created by Miss Koishi. Whether or not you can seize this opportunity is down to your speed. Feed her as much as you can and get as many points as possible. Don't keep me waiting too long. My familiars will be paying close attention to your most important items. As their patience decreases, they'll be hidden. Hidden? But I'll return it to you if you satisfy me. Don't worry. If your brain feels like mush, remember you can breathe And you can pause by opening the menu at any time, drink some water, even take a bath. Take some time to calm down. You can come back anytime without losing any progress. Who's she speaking to? It's making no sense. That's the charm of bizarre yokai. Their only rule is that they have no rules. Get ready because they're going to make you suffer and the audience thrives on your torment. Everyone, are you ready? Let's go. Miss Koishi is going to put on a good show for us. This is the best part of the bizarre cooking competition. Can I really? The bizarre cooking competition final challenge. Seize victory from the unknown in the bizarre. Alright, the goal is to defeat the bizarre idol Komeiji Koishi. Your time starts now. Keep it all the same. Should I go and grind out some buffs? Like that. Question marks. So you just feed them what they want? Trying to remember what all these recipes are. Did she really ask for a Katsuki? And number 2 is the actual Koishi. And Koishi wants Komeiji ice cream. She's right, keep the game paused. Do your stuff. Relax. Oh, have to give them the tag too. Okay. Right, they need the tag, right? Yes. I'm gonna wait for the next tag. Salty. Let's see, Nekomanma. Giant tamagoyaki. I have no pan space. Mushroom, onion, butter. Make it salty. What else am I missing? This one. Just one boiled fish. Trout chili. Don't forget to add the salt. Sour, popular, fruity. Small portion, stimulating. Do I have to add greasy to it? Because if I do, I can't. And stimulating. There, I guess now I just give her whatever. Food frenzy. Guess I can give her like what she actually likes. Oh, that's it. Time to cook some more stuff. Now with raw. My buffs. That's already very raw. Now I need more buffs. Keep grinding those buffs. Alright, there's one with raw on it. That one. Get this out to you right away and then wait for the next tag. Wonderful. Alright, there you go. Strength boosting, refreshing. I feel like those are two that don't go often together. Sweet trend popular. That sounds like one of these again. Drink no alcohol. Feeding frenzy. Doesn't matter what you feed her right now. I'm full. Alright, one last time. We need dreamy, so we're going to be throwing udon butters on everything. Constant pausing. How to make hunter's casserole. Potato, pumpkin, pork. Dreamy. How about Italian risotto? Onion, mushroom, butter, bamboo. Trying to remember where each one of these is, which station each of these is cooked in. Trout, flour, peach. Alright, what's the next tag? Fungus. If they said you couldn't add fungus to it, it'd be bullshit. Mountain delicacy, filling, strength boosting, grilled. Is that an Itanichi to you? No, it's an instant death. And she wants some cock. I'm feeding frenzy. Finished? Finished. At halftime. Finally, I finally made it. What kind of battle was that? I have no idea what to do at all. That really made me nervous. But without realizing, I've gotten a lot more confident. I feel right at home. Maybe it's instinct for those with the yokai blood to be excited when faced with the bizarre. Hey, wait, the other chefs. Are there none left? The competition's over. What an upset. I didn't expect this at all. After 3 rounds of brutal challenges, only one person remains standing in their kitchen. I don't have to announce her name. Everyone, look over here. Woo! The black-hearted proprietress! That's right, the one who dominated the cooking scene on the surface. And as of this moment, the one who dominated former hell, the Izakaya owner, Mystia Lorelei. Ah! Wah! Yeah, the black-hearted proprietress won. You've proven yourself, the strongest chef. Is it really me? I can't believe it. Awesome, you're a weak little birdie, but when you cook, you're tough as nails. Even now my head is still spinning. The people of former hell never lie. Win's a win, and the strongest is the strongest. You deserve it, proprietress. Claim your prize. Claim your prize. Okay, this is the reward of the champion, forged by a famous craftsman of hell. It's a super cooking utensil befitting hell. There's also the pan which all chefs dream of, the pure hell. That's a scary name. Here's the prize and here's the manual. Make good use of it. This is amazing. Am I really worthy of this? What are you saying? It'll only be 120% as effective in your hands. I trust you, Mystia. The black-hearted proprietress is the best. Oh, and be sure to visit the hot springs after receiving your prize. Everyone's been watching the event, so we prepared a special celebration for this moment. The award is just a formality. The real party starts there. Okay, I'll be there in a minute. Is everyone finally here? We're here! All our friends from former hell should be us. Yup, I didn't expect the Hashima to come too. Huh? I can't? Miss Percy is also a very tender person. I don't care whether I'm a tender person. The livelier the better. I'll have as much wine and meat as I want today. Ha ha ha! Within the competition, my workload has slowly returned to its usual amount, so Satori-sama can finally get some rest? Well, I've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's been ages since Satori-sama helped brush my feathers. I know, and Odin too. So from tomorrow onwards, life will be back to normal in the Palace of the Earth Spirits. Wonderful, and yeah, are you all ready? Everyone gather here quickly. Just squeeze yourself into frame around our heroine. Oku, you're taking up too much space. Wrong form of 2. I don't have room to move. What should I do? Just come and stand under my wing. Won't that make you stand out even more? I've got it. Is everyone ready? Ready! Say cheese! Hooray, cheese! What a perfect way to finish things. This year's Bizarre Cooking Competition has finally come to an end. Take a look at the picture. Hey, everyone, fucking Parsi. Random roof people. Besides those fighting shows, it's interesting to have something more laid back once in a while. Laid back, trying saying that again after you've been on stage. That's right, don't talk if you haven't participated. It's a shame it's already over, so there's no way I could participate. I'm so jealous. If everyone's feedback of the event is good, we'll discuss it with New Hell. Maybe it's possible to turn it into a regular event. Sato-sama, you can think about it later. The food's getting cold. You just want to eat. Alright then, time to dig in. Om nom 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 nom. I had my eyes on that steak. Whoa. That was a lot of stuff. I guess stuff to do the actual regular night. So many ingredients. Alright, let's go here again. Trend, popular. Don't get many peaches, huh? I guess that's a harvested ingredient. So where's a sea urchin sashimi should be trending as well. Want to buy filtering here? There it is. Need mochi as well. There's that. Cook 20% faster. Let's say. Was I cook 20% faster in addition? Cook down by 70%. Wait, that's crossing wind. Pure hell. Cook 20% after finishing dish. The station will automatically cook the last cooked dish, including additional elements. Functions not use ingredients can be stopped at any time. Do I really need that? Alright, putting Yomu to work again. So are these bunnies in random spots? Get my hyper mode. Here comes Inosuke, who always gets the same thing. Wee food! Finally, a Yuuka shows up. Oh, she wants legendary. I know she loves that. She loves the cock too. Western and Western. Add this Western. It's also popular. Is this Western? No. I mean, Fruit Highball is Western. Happy Yuuka. She wants liquor, I guess. Apparently, you can only satisfy liquor drink with her. We can't satisfy her other ones. She also wants specialty. That's pretty specialty. Medicine wasn't requesting anything because I just fed her poison. She wants signature dishes. I think she likes okonomiyaki as well, right? She likes signature, photogenic, and small portion. Giving lemonade to children. Alright, bye Yuuka. Did I get her enough points? Yes, good. Wee, happy poison girl! I've nearly gone bankrupt. I saw a speedy Aya. I want photogenic. It's pretty photogenic. Get love points. Go super cheap. Oh, I want fruity. Not an alcohol. This is fruity. For you, I'll go expensive though. Toss her some salad. That's right, medicine. Get those love points. Hi, Aya. Keep your buff up all the time. The basic taste of poison is sweetness. Make it sweet. That's right, be satisfied, special guests. Give me spell cards. Give medicine more sweetness. And cheap booze. More love points. Balls in your mouth. Murasa showed up. Oh, hi Koishi. Alright, she wants raw. She likes this, heart-throbbing surprise. Never give her yokai moose, she automatically gives lowest rating. And wants more balls in her mouth. What's her budget's looking pretty horrible there. Making her go bankrupt. Alright, medicine wants dreamy. I'll just add dreamy. You know, Koishi. Here you go, medicine. Wait, Alice showed up? I want something strange. This is pretty strange. Hi, Munasa. Balls in your mouth. Keep it cheap. There's some sort of salty. I think it's called sweat. Her budget is question marks, but it's actually pretty high. Something a little more expensive. Prepare this for Alice. Make lots of surprises for Koishi. A random wriggle appears. Say goodbye to your budget, wriggle. Continue to shove balls in Munasa's mouth. Munasa wants lots of love points. She wants specialty. Well, guess what? More balls in her mouth. Longer buff durations. Alice is only going to be filling 6 tables. Alright, here you go, Alice. Then put Yomu to work. Alright, work, Yomu. Wee! 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 Oh, that was quick. Let's go again. Let me get my buffs back, Yomu. Just hang out for a sec. Sorry about that, Yomu. I want my buffs. Overtime. Here we go again. Go, Yomu. Go, Yomu. I better if I put the cutting board right here. Are we going again, Alice? Nope. Yeah, so 3rd position, cutting board. Also money. Did it. Long day because of cooking competition. The first bizarre cooking competition, jointly organized by New and former Hell, has finally come to an end. The one who stood out among the chefs of darkness and was crowned the winner of the is the black-headed proprietress of the Night Sparrow Izakaya. She shocked the dark and bizarre underworld with her cooking. So let's all congratulate her. And just buy everything. I'm gonna have chances to board a ship against Oki are so few. I'm so bored. Guess I'll head to the Sunzy River. I don't think there's much fun to be had there. It's a lot of fun. Like the time I flooded a slacking Shinigami's boat. Isn't that way out of line? How could you flood the Sunzy River's boats? That's nothing. I even flooded Hell's nuclear furnace once. What was the head priestess thinking, making a captain out of someone who only thinks about sinking ships? Who knows? Not just you. In these thousands of years, I've been wondering the same thing myself. But since Byakunin-sama left the Palcon ship in my hand, I'll absolutely never allow the ship to sink. Since then, the ladle I had was swapped for a bottomless one, too. Since then? Once I was merely a bored phantom bound to the ocean, so bored I could only spend my days sinking the ships that passed by. Your way of passing time doesn't seem to have changed much. Oh, it did change, because she appeared, the head priestess, right? She must have been there to save you. No, back then she was still a popular monk, asked by humans to exterminate a certain evil phantom in the ocean. What? Then you? Haha, it's not every day a righteous monk pays you a visit. If I could sink her ship, my powers would definitely increase tenfold. I might even free myself of that cursed ocean and attack other humans. At the time, I only thought about using all my strength to sink her ship. How could that be? What happened next? Then I followed my heart. I welled up all my strength and sunk her ship. Only what? You're getting pretty worked up. Don't you already know the ending to the story? Right now, Wait! Giving spoilers in the middle of the story is very inconsiderate. Come on, tell it in the correct order, please. Only I didn't feel a sense of accomplishment. Byakunin-sama didn't resist at all. She didn't so much as prepare beyond that of an average human. In an instant, both her and the ship sank. What? But how? It was in that moment something unbelievable happened. A ship shining with light rose atop the water. I'll never forget that sight no matter how long it's been. It was the last ship I rode on. Ah, you mean Byakunin-sama stood atop that ship. The shining ship cast its rays upon her. Her whole figure was shining so brightly. The ship that brought us here was sunk in a shipwreck. I've used my powers to make a new ship, but this is a very special ship, so there's no one that can captain it. What does that mean? Yeah, what does it mean, I wonder? Just as I was at a loss for what to do, she extended her hand out to me into the oceans to which I was bound. But you can captain this ship. The head priestess. It was with those words that I was able to leave those cursed oceans behind. What a touching story. No wonder a troublemaker like you would hold the head priestess in such high regard. I don't cause that much trouble, right? Not even a bit of self-awareness, huh? If I were you, I'd work twice as hard to repay the head priestess's kindness. Then how would you do it if you were in my shoes? Do things that'd make her happy, of course. For example, I can't cook. Oh, isn't the head priestess a vegetarian? If I were you, I'd cook the most delicious vegetarian dishes, switching it up every single day. Vegetarian dishes, huh? Come to think, back when she was still a human, I think she frequently ate one called Buddha's something or other. After coming to Gensokyo, due to most of the disciples being yokai, she isn't too picky when it comes to her diet. That said, if you could make this dish filled with sincerity and memories for herself, I'm sure she'd be overjoyed. You know how to make that dish? No, I don't, but I believe you, who treasures your bond with the head priestess, absolutely will not forget anything about her. Think carefully, what kind of dish is it exactly? If you say that, I'm pretty clueless when it comes to vegetarian dishes. Determination alone isn't enough. It'd be no different from a wild goose chase. That's a shame. Do we give up then? Captain doesn't know the meaning of giving up. What I want to say was, as a professional, could you help me find some of these wonderful vegetarian dishes? Maybe it'll help jog my memory. I knew you wouldn't give up so easily. Leave it to me. Alright, I'm crafting stuff for you. I'll have to cook stuff for you. Do you not go out often, Miss Yuuka? I do go for strolls in the village every so often. You go to the human village to buy some seeds from the flower shop, nothing more. The garden has so many flowers already and you're buying seeds. I love flowers that bloom seasonally. Spring flowers, summer flowers, autumn flowers, and the scant few winter flowers. My goal is to have flowers blooming every time of the year, so I need seeds of varying seasons. Something the matter? Suddenly I feel like the title of Tyrant of the Garden sounds ludicrous on you. Did you not fear me as well when you first arrived here? Well, you're a major yokai whose name strikes fear in others, but after I got to know you, I immediately understood that you were different from what the rumor said you said you were. You should socialize some more, then people would know what kind of person you are. It doesn't bother me. The elegant cadence of natural scenery is breathtaking. It makes me want to linger here forevermore. What my heart yearns for are the harmonious beauties of nature, before oft called the flower, the bird, the wind, and the moon. Flower, bird, wind, and moon. It is a state of mind. Someone of your disposition may find it difficult to understand. You underestimate me too much. Why wouldn't I know what flower, bird, wind, and moon means? Oh, our forebears would frequently use the flower, the bird, the wind, and the moon to write poems. Countless things in the world use the four as their motifs. The beauty of each beyond compare. I wish to see all the flowers, birds, winds, and moons of this world. That you also understand this has made me see you in a new light. Therefore, if at all possible, could you lay bare the flower, bird, wind, and moon that reside in your heart for me to see? No problem? Well, then I shall look forward to it. Dots. What do I do? I got caught up in the moment. Now that I think about it, flower, bird, wind, and moon really mean flower, bird, wind, and moon? I should see if Wriggle has any ideas. Hi, Wriggle. I promised Miss Yuuka without thinking, but how on earth do I show her the flower, bird, wind, and moon in my heart? I'm completely lost. Seriously, couldn't you have just said no? I just got caught up in the moment, and I seldom see Miss Yuuka look forward to something, so I'd like to not disappoint her. So you've been charmed by Big Sis too. Quit it with the jokes. Help me think of something. How would I know? If you can't find the answer, even if you pull all your hair out, why not ask the knowledgeable ones? The knowledgeable ones? Aren't you friends with a bunch of remarkable people? One of them is bound to know something. Look for someone who could have the answer to the question among all the bonds you've forged. Okay, I'll look for them right now. Find someone noble in the human village. Akio? Hi. Miss Akio, you're the most Jujun scholar in the whole village and a famous noble lady on top of it. I was wondering... Wait. Did you mean superficial and childish? Definitely not something which describes me. You're trying to say I'm sensible and interesting, right? Right. Thank you. So what do you need help with? I want to know the meaning of wind, flower, snow, and moon? No, not snow. Bird and moon? Asking about the meaning of flower, bird, wind, and moon? Yeah, I have some ideas, but I'm not sure if they're correct. I'd like to know what you think first. Flower, bird, wind, and moon means the flowers, the birds, the wind, and the moon? I knew it. It's wrong, isn't it? It's not completely wrong. Flower, bird, wind, and moon is a phrase symbolizing the scenery that changes according to the seasons. It also often refers to the elegant practice of creating art, drawing inspiration from natural scenery. So flower, bird, wind, and moon may include the flowers, the birds, the wind, and the moon, but is not limited to it. I feel like I understand even less than before. But why the sudden interest in this phrase? Because I made a promise to Miss Yuuka that I'd create a dish that shows the flower, bird, wind, and moon in my heart. Miss Yuuka, are you perhaps referring to the one in the garden? You know Miss Yuuka too, Miss Akio? For the sake of compiling the Gensokyo Chronicle, I've acquainted myself with all the long-lived yokai in Gensokyo. You know, Miss Yuuka may look gentle and refined, but she's one of the few among Gensokyo's yokai that are genuinely powerful. Her strength is immeasurable. Some reasons say she's a candidate for a sage of Gensokyo. Sage? Actually, knowing Miss Yuuka wouldn't be that surprising. Because she's so powerful? No, it's because she loves all the plants in Gensokyo like no other. If she were a sage, I'm sure she'd do a good job protecting Gensokyo. It seems you know a side to her that I do not. If she's someone you're on good terms with, you just need to be genuine and show her what your heart feels is true. What I feel is true, you mean literally outfit a dish with flowers, birds, the wind, and the moon? Yes, it's a bit of a brute force solution, but maybe she'll be happier this way. Why? If you take apart the phrase, flowers, birds, the wind, and the moon are all things closely related to her. Miss Kazumi is the flower master of 4 seasons, and she lives in the field of sunflowers, so flower goes without saying. Right, the characters that form the name Kazumi were originally the term for a wind vane. It's a tool that lets you know the direction of the wind. And sunflowers have their special characteristic of turning towards the direction of the sun, thus sharing similarities with the wind vane. Flower and wind, and where there is wind, there is the moon. As the saying goes, howling wind, marvelous moon. That is to sing while the wind howls through the trees and to recite poems and marvel at the moon while it's out. Oh, I like singing under the moonlight and while the wind is blowing too. Then that leaves us with bird. I can't fathom how Miss Yuuka would be related to birds. A wind vane is generally installed on the roof in the shape of a bird. That's why some also call it a weathercock. Haha, cock! Amazing. I need to have the answer, Miss Akyu. Is it what they call the ability to convince others that black is white? It's nothing really. But even if we solve the mystery of bird, how do I add bird into a dish? I can't cook a bird for real. That would be a bit... well, this is a big enough of a stretch as this, so stretching a bit further wouldn't hurt. I've got it. There, now we have bird. Ouch, you can't just do that. These will make pretty good decorations. Good thing you take care of your feathers. But doesn't this mean I need to pluck my feathers whenever I make this dish? Fair point, you turn bald in no time. I don't care anymore. We finally have a solution. I'll just try and see if we can go from there. New recipe, Nature's Beauty. Takes flowers. Where do I pick up flowers? Is this a flower spot? Yes. Another flower spot. Are these flower spots? No, they're Wind Priestess. Not a lot of flowers hanging out here, huh? There's tomatoes. I'm using up my time getting ingredients again. Forgot to get Jizzled on. Give the food to everybody. Also start piling those in too. Hi. Yep, the streamlike feeling is indeed pretty similar to my ability and it's still missing a little something. You're an identified Yuuka, and on top of that you have the ability to conceal the identity of other objects. So this dreamlike feeling... by concealing identity you mean remove the true physical form of an object, right? Yeah, I can rob an item alive or otherwise of its form, sound, and smell, leaving behind only movements. Take, for example, a bird flying through the air. Now take away its properties and you get an unidentified flying object. That's my ability. I got it. What's missing is... creatures that have had their true form concealed are different items to everyone. This is something which makes sense, so an average human would subconsciously fill in the gaps as unidentified object and turn it into some extraordinary things. But in a dream like I think extraordinary fits you a lot more. Really. Okay, now just combine these two feelings and create something that can represent me in the dish. As for the others, rest assured I already have a few ideas. When it's done, I hope you'll come try it at my shop. If you finish it, I'll definitely go. Star Lotus Ship. What an unbelievable dish. The dish Byakuren Sama had in the past is just as unbelievable. Have you remembered it? Yep, but even if I do remember cooking and whatnot, especially vegetarian dishes, I have no clue at all. Let me teach you. I can make it if I have the recipe. Really, just leave it to me. Getting all the recipes. What do you think? Good, good. The tiny sparrow sure excels at anything with cooking in its name. I did a lot of homework too. Should I give this tiny sparrow a reward? The dish you mentioned before, lotus fish lamps. Hehe, as single-minded as ever. Alright, I'll teach you the signature Taoist dish. Getting all the recipes. Is this the mouth-watering food you were talking about? What do you think? It's run-of-the-mill. Gah! Give me another chance. You sure don't know when to give up. The reason I started my shop in the first place is to change everyone's perception that all fried foods are birds. How could I give up here? Fine, Ewan, since you say anything can be delicious, then you might as well show a tempura platter. Tempura platter? And land and sea, under the ground, whatever that's under the sky, dip it in flour and deep fry it. I'll see if what you say is true. I will prove it to you! Sure, if you manage to do it, I'll promise I'll drop by your shop. It's a promise. Love points. Guess I need to do love points over here, don't I? A couple more days of love points. I should think about opening up here so I can get their recipes. Or start progressing them and invite them to other places. Beaches. Alright, where do I open up this time? I have people to feed here, and here. And Yuuka. Let's go over here. Alright, third position, cutting board. Should have invited Alice to do overtime again. Grind my buffs. Hyper mode. Okay, second spot, I guess. Doesn't really matter, just anywhere in this spot. Hi, Kogasa. Only 178. What a tiny budget. Home cooking. Random Orin. Fill up my vibe bar. Here, have some expensive sake. Oh, you didn't last long. Kogasa just instantly pieces out. Get the special guests moving through. Hi, Nue. What did you want? Star Lotus Ship. Low alcohol. Alright, Nue. Raw. Hey, it is raw. Marisa's done quickly. Need to grind up my buffs again. Random Narumi appears. Doesn't like popular. Okay, Nue got what she wanted. Let's blow through the rest of her budget. Tips! You make this for Narumi instead. Give her a cheap drink. Use up her budget. No one wants strange balls in her mouth. Oh, incoming captain. I guess there's that washi quest that I still have to do, right? Have I been neglecting it? Things are so wishy-washy. Alright, Murusa wants premium. That's pretty premium. This thing. Incoming Koishi. This looks vegetarian. More of my meat inside Murasa's mouth. What's Koishi want? Does fantasy mean eternity? That's dreamy. Anchor. Use Murasa to keep extending my buffs. Alright, see you guys. Alright, now Yomu's going to town. No, tables are empty. I guess the Koishi buff makes people order instantly. Just waiting for more people to show up. You guys are just too quick. Instantly done. I don't need the buff for instantly finishing because that's what Koishi's spell card does. Hi, Kana. Too bad you couldn't show up earlier and then have like 20 people extra show up in the lineup. There you go. Murder your budget. There you go. And learning stuff. Alright, bye. So now for me, Slow Knight's like 30,000. Wee items. Alright, next time I guess we're upgrading my Izakaya. Thanks for watching! Hey guys, if you like this video, make sure you leave a comment, like it, and share it. You can also click on the left button if you want to subscribe, make sure you turn on notifications, and click the right one to watch more Mystias Izakaya. Tasty treats!